These are Chapter 4 test solutions. Negative 4 pi over 3, negative 1 pi over 3, negative 2 pi over 3, negative 3 pi over 3, negative 4 pi over 3 puts it right there. This value right here is 1 pi over 3, 2 pi over 3. So from there to there is 2 pi over 3. I need a coterminal angle. That would be 1. It's not in that restriction. I need to go around again. 2 pi over 3 plus 2 pi. 2 pi over 3 plus 6 pi over 3 is 2 pi for a grand total of 8 pi over 3. Find the exact value. Let's put it in the right spot. All students take calculus. Cotangent is negative in these two. Sine is positive in these two. You're going to draw it right here. Cotangent, tangent is y over x, cotangent is x over y. 5 to the left, 7 up, left is negative. Let's find the hypotenuse. 7 squared plus negative 5 squared. Pythagorean theorem, you get root 74. This is root 74. Cosine, adjacent over hypotenuse, negative 5 over root 74, which simplifies to negative 5 root 74 over 74. B, secant. Secant is 2, sine is positive. All students take calculus. Secant is cosine's buddy, which would actually make cosine theta 1/2. Cosine is positive here and here. Sine is positive here and here. We'd be up in the first quadrant. Cosine stands for adjacent over hypotenuse, 1 over 2. Do the Pythagorean theorem. 2 squared minus 1 squared is 3. This side is radical 3. And what we want is we want tangent, which is opposite over adjacent. Tangent would be radical 3. C, cosine, we want to find cosecant. Cosine is positive here and here. Tangent is negative here and here. We would have to be down here. Cosine stands for adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 5 over 13. Doing the Pythagorean theorem, 13 squared minus 5 squared is 144. Square root, you get negative 12. It went down 12. CSC is sine's buddy. Sine is y over r, so this would be r over y. 13 over negative 12 for CSC. Cotangent is undefined. Cotangent is x over y, which makes it 1 over 0 or negative 1 over 0. So the ordered pair I'm looking for is one of those two ordered pairs. That's this spot or this spot. Secant is negative. All students take calculus. Secant is cosine's buddy. Cosine is positive in these two and negative over here. We have to be at this point. That point is negative 1 comma 0. So now we're looking for cosecant. Cosecant is sine's buddy. Sine is the y. Sine is 0. If sine is 0, then CSC has to be undefined. Okay, sine of 930, let's put it in the right spot. 360, 720, 900, and 30. That ordered pair at that spot is left root 3 over 2, and we're going down 1/2. Sine is the y is negative 1/2. Tangent of 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 is down here. That ordered pair at 3 pi over 2 is 0, negative 1. Tangent is y over x, which is undefined. Secant of 30. 30 is here. The ordered pair at 30 is root 3 over 2, comma 1/2. Secant's buddy is cosine. Cosine is x, so we have to flip that. 2 radical 3, which is 2 radical 3 over 3. Alright, we're at the cosine. We have to know the adjacent side, so we're going to do the Pythagorean theorem. 4 squared the hypotenuse minus 2 squared is square root of 12. 12 is 4 times 3, or 2 radical 3. This side is 2 radical 3 if you do the Pythagorean theorem. Cosine is adjacent hypotenuse, which is 2 radical 3 over 4, which reduces to radical 3 over 2. Cosine. Cosine is 1/3. Find tangent. We'll put it up here. It's fine. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. We'll do the Pythagorean theorem. 3 squared minus 1 squared is 9 minus 1, 8. Square root of 8 is 2 radical 2 if you reduce it. 2 radical 2. Tangent is y over x, or opposite over hypotenuse, which is radical 2, 2 radical 2 over 1, 2 radical 2. All right, tangent is 4, cotangent is tangent's cobro. This is 1/4. Nothing else to do. Point on the terminal side, negative 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're here. We'll draw in our triangle, left 3, up 5. 25 plus 9 is 34. This is square root of 34 using the Pythagorean theorem. Cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, negative 3 over root 34, which is negative 3 root 34 over 34. Sine at 7 pi over 6. Pi over 6 past 6 pi over 6 is this spot right here. That's the 7 pi over 6 value. That's left root 3 over 2 down 1/2. Sine is y. Negative 1/2 is your answer. Last one, secant at negative 5 pi over 4. Negative 1 pi over 4, 2 pi over 4, 3 pi over 4, 4 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4 is right here. Negative root 2 over 2, root 2 over 2. Secant is cosine's buddy. Cosine is x. So I got to take the x value and flip it. Negative 2 over root 2, multiply by root 2 over root 2. I get negative 2 radical 2 over 2. I get negative radical 2. This will not be on the retake. You are done.